Well, hi, group. Grandma Bev here from Life with Grandma Bev. And guess what we're doing right now? This week's right along with me. It's really pretty over there. I wish you could see, but I tried turning the camera around and you can't really see the mountains around there with the snow on them. But take it from me, they look pretty. So, what, you ask, are we doing today? Well, let's give you one guess. Going back into town for a doctor appointment. This seems like such a waste. I mean, it's the cardiologist, right? You know, I know he'll say to me, "So why are you in here?" Because, yeah. Oh boy. Because the pulmonary doctor said to come see you. And then after I'm with him for a little bit, he'll check my heart and that kind of stuff. He'll probably ask a few questions, but he'll say, "Well, I think your breathlessness is something to do with your lungs." Really? You gotta just love them, Or he'll say, "Well, let's do another test on you. Probably another stress test or something like that, right?" Okay, guess we gotta feed another piece of the pie. I had a call yesterday from a place, like a x-ray kind of place, saying it's time for me to have my MRI on my boobs. And I'm thinking, why? I had one a year ago. I had a mammogram a year ago. I'll be having a mammogram this year. Why do I have to go for another? Oh, they're going to have don't mean to interrupt. But it's going to be Viking Fest this weekend to the little town we just went through. So they're putting up the carnival equipment. Anyway, why do I have to, if one shows something suspicious, then do the MRI. But you already did the MRI last year. So, I should be grateful that they never find anything. I'd just like them to find why I'm so breathless. And then depending how long it takes in there. Oh wow, we got all the equipment set up in there too. Memo to self: don't go down into Polsbo Town this weekend. I don't know, where was I going with this? And I have another appointment I've got to make with the physical therapist that my urologist wants me to go to tighten up muscles and things, down to help with my bladder. And I've got an appointment in, I think it's July, to see my, gastroenterologist. Now, this isn't just because I'm at the age I'm at, all these things. Because they've been sending me around to all these doctors for a good part of my adult life. I think because they see, yeah, I have Medicare, and Medicare is a pain in the ass to deal with, but she has great other insurance. Then why couldn't I get in with a better doctor for my primary? Oh, well, let's see. What can we talk about other than my health? But that's what's on my mind all the time. Well, let's see. I'm sure you all had a good Mother's Day. I did. My daughter called, and so we got to talk quite a bit. And then the package she sent came yesterday. And if you watch my other videos that I've done, the one on changing my purse, the Vera Bradley changing, I show you the little gnome she got me. And then I got messages from both my sons. The one who I'm going to see tonight, later this afternoon. He always takes me out for dinner for Mother's Day. I know, thank God for Mother's Day, because I know I can always count on seeing him on, at Mother's Day, and then right before we head back down to Yuma. I miss the relationship we used to have. We really had a close, fun relationship. And yeah, now it's fun, but it's, we just can't get together as much as I would like to. So, but I guess most mamas say that about their adult kids. I don't see them enough. And then my other son, who lives over on the East Coast, he had tried calling me, but I had turned my phone off. I do that because most of my calls are, geez, I can't get this straight. Oh, there's more of the carnival equipment. Most of my calls are from, spam, scam, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of times they come in early in the morning. As for God's sake, don't wake me up early in the morning. So we finally touched base yesterday afternoon. Well, today is a very pretty day. Wednesday was just today. It was supposed to be the warmest day. We had beautiful weather last week. Right now, my car is 70. It's supposed to get up to about 74, 75. So, to me, that's perfect weather. I just did something that reminded me of what my mother did with her mouth. It's funny how you... And if I didn't see these videos that I do, I wouldn't realize how much I've taken on a lot of my mother's mannerisms. Until I hear it from like my kids and my sister and my brother. I go, oh, you look so much like Mom. To me, that's a compliment. Of course, my mom and Bob's mom are, they're up there looking down at us. So we don't have mamas to do things with on Mother's Day. I'm trying to decide what do I want to do after the doctor appointment. Coming down the hill into Silverdale now. Do I want to of course, a lot of it depends on how much time I have. I'm meeting Ellen at 3. Yeah, it just depends on, like I say, how much time there is in between. If there's not a whole lot of time, I may buzz through Goodwill, because I can get through there fairly fast. There are a few things I could pick up at Dollar Tree. There's Michael's next to Dollar Tree. I went to TJ Maxx last week. So I don't know. Now, where we're going today is the exact place we went last Tuesday to the pulmonary doctor. That same building. Well, we're going by the fire department that they're expanding. Quite a big job they're doing. Wow. I mentioned that last week. where I'm meeting Alan for dinner is just right if I turn right here instead of left. And it's called Silver City Brewery. And I'll try to take a little bit of pictures when I'm in there, but that place, if you couldn't believe it. See, we've lived here 30 years, so probably about 25 years ago, it was a top-notch burger. They had the best fries. Oh, I love them. You know, they were soggy, kind of. You know, not dry at all. And after a few years, they built this big building and turned it into a brewery and restaurant, which it's very popular to eat at. So that's where we're going to eat today. And I got to control myself from not eating a big dessert, unless I eat that for my dinner. Let's see. Back around again so you can see like where the hospital and everything is here. That way. Not that it's real exciting, but you know, for our little town to have this, or not our, because I don't live here anymore, but this little town to have this big hospital that serves this whole peninsula here. It's exciting. Don't have to go all the way down to Bremerton, which would be another like 20 minutes, half hour. Now, we came through here last week. There was an accident, if you remember, and I had to turn in to the hospital and go up around that way. To my right is a PetSmart, which I don't dare go in there because I'm sure they'll have kitties in there. And maybe a couple of doggies, but whew. As I was coming down into town, you can't see it now, but there was like maybe you can see that one streak over there. It goes way up. I don't know what it's, it has to be from an airplane, but I don't know what it was doing. Narrow little thing to pull into. Okay, now where do I want to park? I don't want to park in this side. Oh, here's one. Because I've got my soda in here. A couple sitting in their car. Should I shock them by nudging them with my car? Well, I said get her 15 minutes early. I don't know why, because nothing's changed. I don't fill anything out. I just... Okay, kids, I'll be back, and I'm sure I'll report the same thing I always do. I'm back. Well, my appointment was at 1:45. It is now 1:56, and I'm already back in the car. What did I say he would say? My heart is great. I need to follow up with my pulmonary doctor. I just told you that I went and saw her last week, and she had me come see you anyway. He's a nice guy, but... oh, boy. What can I say? What can I say? So, I've got time. I have an hour. So let's go over to Goodwill. Be my first time there since I've been home. Yeah, he says, oh, you don't have to come back to see me anymore. And don't worry about seeing me. Okay. I fall a lot, or I'm very unbalanced. Well, what's wrong? I don't know. I said it like that. No, I said to him, I said, how my cat would respond. He said, I don't know. What you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? So that one's out of the way. I just go where they tell me to go. Next piece of the pie. The song Deja Vu creeps into my mind as I'm coming through here. I did this exact route last week, except I'm going to turn up here instead of going straight down to the main road. Let's see, that clothing store was over there, the used one that I brought all kinds of my tops and things to, and they end up giving them most of them back to me. They don't even put them out on the rack. So he did say that new inhaler she put me on, that he used it for several weeks when his allergies flared up, and his allergies stopped and he hasn't had them back. So, but he says I should like this one. Well, I hope so. Been on it a week. And it's strong, but in the sense that the other one they had me on, after you, in the morning, you gotta rinse your mouth out. And I just, very slight taste of that one. But this one, it's strong. I definitely want to rinse my mouth out. Oh, they got a Columbia factory store there. We got another store to go to sometime, don't we? Oops, I'm so busy looking around that I start passing the store. Okay. Let's see, where do I want to park? Oh, let's go up here. I like to park further away. It's crowded today. Ooh. Is it senior day? Oh. Okay, let's slowly come in. We in all the way. So, I guess I'll go in. I'll be back. I'm back. Well, what did I say when I pulled in the parking lot? I said, wow, it's crowded. It must be senior day. It is. 20% off for senior and military, which there's a lot of military around this area. A lot of Navy. So, I got 20% off. They didn't have a specific color for 50% off, but 20% off is better than nothing. So, last year when I came in there, they changed the whole place around. So I didn't know where anything was. It looked very sparse. Well, this time it had a lot more stuff. Still the same way, as far as the pattern. Not pattern, but you know what I mean. So, I found a couple of shirts for Bob, a shirt for me, a couple of pictures for put on the wall in our bathroom in Yuma, our little potty area. So I'll be sharing those with you. But I've got a half hour to kill. before I meet my son. Not really enough time to go in any of the stores. What do I want to do? It's 72 out now. What do I want to do? I haven't heard from him that he's left his house. He's like 45 minutes drive away. Well, guess I could drive our old neighborhood. Kill a little time. Anybody coming? Not that I can see. I'm about halfway there towards giving into Bob's desire to buy a new car this summer. Wouldn't be till towards the end of summer. Because his big thing is they're safer, got the backup cameras, and obviously Grandma needs the cameras. Though they confuse me. But so I don't know. I just have to have a car payment. I know there's going to be a big expense. This car will be hitting its 100,000 miles. It's a 2010. So it's got low mileage for this old car. We can get fairly good trading on it, except right now, they're not looking for a lot of used cars like they were during the pandemic. So it's time for its big major checkup. See, it's getting old just like us. I wonder, could we turn it in before we put that money out? Because I know it'll be over $1,000. I'll go into that Columbia Sports store that's turning here, because that's not very big and it won't be as much for me to look at, so we'll go in there. Slithering through the PetSmart. Turn rather than go through the Costco lot to get to it. Now there used to be an Eddie Bauer outlet there for years. I think it was there around when we lived here in this town. We've been 20 years up in the town we're in now. Another thing I don't like about this car, but I've just gotten used to it, is the brakes are real catchy. They have here. Some are 70% off, but I bet there are a lot of winter stuff, of which I don't need winter things. And mix and match fleece, 2 for $50. We'll see. We'll see. shorts starting at 19. Yeah, doesn't sound like they're very cheap. I'll be back. I'm back. That took me maybe 3 to 5 minutes. It's a nice store. If I lived up here in the winter, I'd like it more, but I don't live up here in the winter. They have some summer things, but to me, they're just not quite like what I like to wear, you know? Real snug fitting stuff. A lot of fleece, you know, like hoodies, all that kind of stuff, which I have several and I hardly ever wear them. So what are we going to do now? It's about 20 minutes till, so I guess we'll head over to the restaurant. Back by the Goodwill again, so we made a circle. I should have taken the long way around, I guess, to go to the restaurant, but then there's always a possibility, what if he's there earlier? And the last time I had to wait, I didn't have to wait for him very long. Not too long. The last time we went to Olive Garden, that reminds me, we're one of the people that is losing Red Lobster. But we never went there anyway, but still. It concerns me because I know they're part, I think, of the Olive Garden franchise. And, of course, the two two restaurants are right there together. So I don't know. I've always liked Olive Garden. Some people don't, but then that's how it is, you know. So what should I do, guys? I'm going to, like I say, I want to take a picture of the place. I can get out and do that. I brought my holder with me today, so I could do that easily. So I'm going to turn you off, and I'm going to go in there, but, you know, like I say, I'm doing pictures of the place, so hang on, I'll be back. Well, here's the side of it. They've got outdoor seating. I don't know if we want to sit there. I did see him drive in. He didn't see me. He drove right by me. So he might have gone around the other side of the building to go in. Probably going to answer my text I sent him. See, kind of see in there. Here he comes. So you can picture this was once a little hamburger joint. Believe that?
Right here, okay for you?
Sure.
So the smaller menus would be our fresh sheet menu.
We've got an upstairs area up there. This area behind this wall is the bar. The bar used to be on the side of the library. No more. And that used to be out those windows where the cakes were. Our food has arrived. And Alan has
bacon fettuccine Alfredo.
Bacon fettuccine Alfredo. Looks yummy. And I have an open-faced Reuben. So I could tell her, well, I know I'll need a box for this, because what I was hoping they'd have, which was pot stickers, they don't have anymore. So that's what we're eating. Well, it's dessert time. Mine is a brownie with ice cream, whipping cream, and little sprinkles. Oh, and there's some caramel in it too. And Alan. Peach blueberry crisp. That looks like caramel on top of the ice cream. So I wasn't going to get dessert. But
I talked her into it.
my child looked so disappointed when I said no. And
I
said,
really
what?
had to pull her arm.
I said, what? Do you want some dessert? So she said, yeah. Okay, I'll do it. So you guys know me. I am back. Oh, that was a nice dinner. I ate too much. I feel awful. Just want to get home and lay down. So I didn't go anywhere after we were done eating, but we were in there, like an hour and a half. But we broke down and had dessert. If I realized that I was going to give in and have dessert, I wouldn't have eaten half of my dinner. So now I'm just trying to head home. It's always so good to see them. Whenever I see any of my kids, I always love seeing them. It's weird now though, because like both my sons are in their 50s. They're getting close to retirement age too. Without 10 years to be. A little more than maybe 10 years. Excuse me. To be the 65 part. I don't know how long they'll work, but I just saw a big tree trunk up on the side of the hill. I thought it was an animal, like a bear.